Good evening and welcome to Portland Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where this evening we gather to celebrate the graduates of Lincoln High School. At this time, I would like to introduce the faculty and staff of Lincoln High School. The staff is being led in tonight by Principal Peyton Chapman, School Board Member Amy Kohnstamm, and Lincoln Vice Principals Ginger Taylor, Alfredo Quintero, and Sean Maley. And now, on behalf of Portland School District, it is my honor to present to you the Lincoln High School class of 2018.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2018 graduation ceremony. My name is Bella Johnson, and I am this year's senior class president. I would like to invite everyone to stand for the singing of our national anthem by our very own Mercy Hallman. Students, please face the stage.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you again to Mercy Hallman. At this time, I would like to welcome our very own Principal Peyton Chapman.
Thank you, Mercy, Bella, the Lincoln Concert Band, and Director Kays. And welcome to our students, faculty, friends, and families. It is incredible to see so many people here to help celebrate the class of 2018 and their many collective achievements. Your presence tonight is a strong visual of the high levels of support that our community has provided for our students and for their futures, as well as for our public schools. Seniors, it has been my greatest pleasure to serve as your principal for the past 4 years, and to welcome you here tonight officially as the Lincoln High School class of 2018. You are the 149th class to graduate from Oregon's oldest public high school. You now join a vast network of Lincoln alumni who have a shared history of place and space and traditions. Reach out to them to share your story and your passions, your goals, and to seek help and advice whenever you need it. Tonight, I join your parents and teachers and the Lincoln High School Alumni Association in celebrating this important milestone in your lives. We are all extremely proud of you for your hard work and achievements. While I can't list all of your many achievements, your class has topped recent records for early college acceptances, accumulated over $2 million in scholarships, and your class boasts record numbers of national merit and presidential scholars. You have helped lead the mock trial teams to nationals for the first time since 2003, helped speech and debate grow to be the largest forensics team in Lincoln's history with innumerable successes, and helped the Constitution team win the national title in 2016, place second in state last year, and take third place this year at nationals. You've also led the basketball team to third in state. and cheered on a top female wrestling champion, and led lacrosse teams to the quarter and semifinals. You've earned Scholastic Gold and Silver Key Awards, as well as the prestigious Sub Pop Scholarship. Completed thousands of hours of community service and created and managed a host of startups and nonprofits. Your class has an abundance of Oregonian Players of the Week, PIL All-Stars, MAC Scholar athletes, and state-recognized athletes. You've signed to run track, play football and lacrosse, wrestling, and a variety of other sports in college. Your class even has an Olympian who represented the Philippines, and more importantly, Lincoln High School, at the Winter Games this year. 3 of you have been honored with the full academic scholarships to the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. You have a top mathematician ranked in the top 3 in the country. You helped Vivace win the Rose City Sing-Off. And I'd also like to honor your Rose Festival princess, Luz Preciado Solis. Your class has shown a strong and growing commitment to other people and improving the world around you. You have elevated the importance of consent, educated people on the negative and harmful impacts of racial microaggressions, bullying, and sexual identity slurs. You've walked out of school in support of a school bond that will rebuild safe schools, not for yourselves, but for those that come after you. This year, you reported on sexual misconduct cases, and you've hosted minutes of silence, memorials, and led walkouts for victims of school shootings and advocated for gun-free schools. You have created unity clubs, led affinity groups, including Brothers of Color and Sisters of Color. You've taken a knee in support of racial equity work at home and hosted the first Lavender graduation. We all thank you for modeling for each other and for adults what it means to work for a more just and equitable world. It may also interest your families to know that your top choices for study in college are international relations, international development, international business, medicine and medical research, computer science, web design, coding, teaching, and a host of majors in the arts. Career interests are far-ranging from floral design to criminal behavior analyst to documentary filmmaker, metalsmith. We are deeply proud of you tonight. Stay involved, follow your passions. Please stay connected to all of us in the Lincoln community. We hope you will return next year for a few of Lincoln's sesquicentennial celebration events. But for now, congratulations to all of you, the class of 2018. It is my privilege to welcome Portland Public Schools board member Amy Kohnstamm. Director Kohnstamm is a Lincoln parent and a Lincoln alumna. Director Kohnstamm has been an advocate for school facilities improvements, adequate instructional time, and equitable funding. In addition, she enjoys attending athletic contests as well as a multitude of student and family-centered events. Please join me in welcoming and thanking Director Kohnstamm for her service.
Thank you. I just want to extend congratulations and pride on behalf of the Board of Directors of Portland Public Schools and our Superintendent, Guerrero, and recognize you all for your incredible achievements, which Principal Chapman just outlined how diverse and deep your range of activities have been. But I want to take a moment to recognize those of you for whom it might not have been easy to come across this stage tonight and who struggled in high school and who relied on our wonderful faculty and staff and our wonderful administrators who believed in you and knew that you could do this tonight. So I really want to recognize the persistence of those for whom this was perhaps a struggle. We believe in you, and as Principal Chapman said, the Lincoln community will continue to support you, so don't hesitate to ask for help from the broad community around you. Nice job, everybody. The only thought I want to leave you with is that I hope in your Lincoln experience, each and every one of you found a connection to something at Lincoln that will propel you forward into your future. Maybe it's a few things, but with the diverse array of offerings in the Lincoln curriculum, all the clubs, all the activities, it's really our fondest hope that each and every one of you has something that you're excited about following into your future, and that you found that seed that was planted at Lincoln. So congratulations to all of you. It's a great privilege to be with you. Nice work, Cardinals.
Yeah, I am Mr. Maley, one of your vice principals. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our Lincoln High School choir, as they will be singing Wangle.
The piece you are about to hear is a Haitian traditional song called Wangle, and the lyrics translate to mean, Wangle, you are leaving, the country is changing, when will I see you again?
Thank you very much, choir. Yes, another round of applause. Will the faculty present tonight please stand? Now I invite all of the parents and family members in attendance to stand as well. Seniors, please stand, turn, and applaud these fine people as a thank you to those who have contributed much to your success at Lincoln High School. Students, especially show your parents and family members how much you appreciate and support their love and support. At this time, yeah. We're going to have our senior class president, Bella Johnson, back to the podium.
Hello again. I am introducing our wonderful Miss Buvinger-Wild for our staff speech this year. So please.
I have a feeling, yep, that's going to be loud. Okay. An overarching question in philosophy is, what makes us human? This, of course, is not a biological question, but a more abstract one. What are the traits, attributes, and desires through which we understand ourselves as human and recognize others as sharing this common condition? I was discussing this question with one of you the other day. As we tried to puzzle through distinguishing characteristics, you brought up the desire of parents to ensure that children are better off than the previous generation. I have deep reservations about asserting this as a timeless human trait, and have a sense that it is much more a manifestation of a cultural and economic moment. Nevertheless, I think that discussion is worth having, as it does happen to be the moment that we're in, and it raises what I think is a crucial question for you. What do we mean by better off? Does a child being better off entail making more money, having more material goods, being more comfortable than the previous generation? If so, my suggestion to you today, as you are about to embark on your search of this elusive better off, is that we need a radical reevaluation of what we mean by success and better off. I'm not done. It is relatively easy to be successful in high school if you know how to play the game. Please don't think that I'm in any way discounting your hard work. I know the pressure that you feel juggling demanding classes, college applications, juggling extracurriculars is exhausting and stressful. What I mean is that there's an unwritten but widely understood rule book for playing the game of school. Students learn how to take such good notes during discussion in English class, and just the right amount of online synopsis and analysis that you don't have to read the book. You learn how to pinpoint exactly what your teacher wants to hear and craft your essay around that opinion. You learn exactly what character traits colleges are looking for and cultivate those meticulously through community service projects so that you can demonstrate your virtue on paper. You can arguably get through 4 years of high school successfully without reading a novel, having an original thought, or embodying any of the character traits that the college you're attending in the fall found so admirable on your application. Are you successful? Well, yes. I suppose in the limited sense of the word you are. But are you better off? I would argue emphatically that you are not. While these successes have perhaps garnered you praise and moved you closer to financial success, have you strengthened your character? Have you become a kinder person? Have you thoroughly engaged your capacity for thought and questioning? In short, have you become a better human being? As you leave high school, I challenge you to adopt this as your guiding question in all that you do. I would go one step further and suggest that you give this question the pride of place that "Am I successful?" now inhabits. Arguably, our past and present is full of successful people. But success has done little to stave off violence, class inequality, environmental degradation, and human rights violations. In fact, the desire for success has very possibly compounded these problems. The generations that have come before you have enough successful people. What we need now are better human beings. I'm still not finished. What does it mean to be a better human? Aristotle argued that the good life is one that allows an individual to flourish and realize their most perfect self. It's important to understand that this is not simply up to the whims of the individual. If you think a big house, several cars, and a pool define your perfect self, then Aristotle would argue that you misunderstand the meaning of flourishing. When we think about what we admire in others, adjectives that describe a better human being, we often come up with similar lists of character traits. Empathy, the ability and willingness to think and judge for oneself. Kindness and generosity. Conversely, if we try to come up with a list of negative character traits that characterize a worse human being, we often come up with adjectives such as greed, thoughtlessness, and selfishness. What strikes me about these lists is that the first describes an outward-looking person, someone whose attention is oriented toward the world and the people in it, while the second list is indicative of an inward-looking person, someone who refuses to engage the world, focusing rather on their own desires. I would argue then that part of being a better human is being oriented toward the world. So the question I would ask you to ask yourselves is what I'm doing turning me inward, away from the world, or outward toward the world? Too often, the pursuit of recognition and monetary success turns us inward. It can imbue us with a kind of clinginess. We cling to the things that define us. We cling to our beliefs that justify our successes. We cling to narratives that assure us that we deserve all that we have. And this comforting narrative of merit can have the unfortunate result of cutting us off from a sense of responsibility for the world. Socrates once said, and I'm sure you've heard this, that the unexamined life is not worth living. I'm not sure if this is always true on an individual level. One might be perfectly content to live an unexamined life. I am convinced, however, that many people living unexamined lives creates a world that is not worth living in. One of my greatest fears is that we're currently living in a world that is unexamined on a mass scale. Your examination makes it possible to take responsibility for the world and recreate it. One way to remain oriented toward the world is to engage in constant questioning. As a philosophy teacher, I believe in the power of questioning, but even more so in the power of the activity of questioning. Questioning yourself and the world in which you find yourself requires humility, keeps you open to the world, and protects you from becoming rigid in your beliefs. The more you question, the harder it is for dogma, prejudice, or self-interest to take hold. Question everything. Start with yourself. I urge you to begin with the things that seem the most obvious and familiar to you, as the things we take for granted are almost always those that need the fiercest interrogation. Where do your values come from? And perhaps more importantly, do you embody these values? If you value equity, do your actions promote this value or degrade it? What human traits have you been told are natural? Have you been told that greed and competition are simply part of the human condition? If so, who or what does this picture of the human serve? If you get tired of questioning, have a cup of coffee, take a nap, go to a movie, but please return to it. This requires practicing intellectual humility in the understanding that you probably know a great deal less than you think that you do, while simultaneously understanding this lack of knowledge as an opportunity rather than a shortcoming, because it gives you a greater opportunity to engage with the world. Many of you have already started this human project. The great joy of teaching is having the honor of watching you earnestly embody your values, question your beliefs, and linger in discomfort. in order to forge a more engaged understanding of the world around you. This time of year is always bittersweet for me. I'm so happy to see you graduate, but I also feel a sense of loss that I know I won't be able to have lively discussions with you next year. I want you to know that you are a constant source of inspiration for me. On my grumpiest days, when I've had too little coffee or too little sleep, or when the events in the world seem too dark to bear, your passion, intelligence, and human promise never cease to make me hopeful. My favorite philosopher, Hannah Arendt, once wrote, "Education is the point at which we decide whether we love the world enough to assume responsibility for it, and by the same token, save it from that ruin which, except for renewal, except for the coming of the new and the young, would be inevitable. Today, you are the new and the young. And I hope that as you continue your education, you choose to both love the world and take responsibility for it, because we need better." Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite our 4 student speakers to come to the stage. Jay Shrabu, Bella Johnson, David Fuller, and Semeredin Kundin. With our 4 student speakers, I'm just going to give you the game plan here. We're going to have Jay and Bella speak first, and then Vivace will perform, and then after that, we'll have David and Semeredin. So, Jay.
All right. Hey, my name is Jay Shrabu. So, coming here today, my mother was genuinely scared of what I was going to say up here, knowing my history of election speeches riddled with Kanye West quotes and incoherent nonsense. So to start, I'm going to tell a story. All was normal on a good old fall day, when a man named Sylvester McMonkeybean pulled up to say, "You want stars like the Starbelly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for just $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, then the big machine roared. And it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it bopped them out. But the thing really worked. The plain belly Sneetches had stars. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars from the start. "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarts." Though our friend Dr. Seuss conveys a great message about equality, I find his story, The Sneetches, to be problematic for 2 reasons. 1, it suggests the proper answer to difference is assimilation. 2, it understands a world of equality as one that's homogeneous. First, I'd like to speak to the individuality issues. The plain-belly Sneetch's solution to inequality is assuming the identity of those who are perceived as socially better. All of us at Lincoln, myself included, have had a tendency to formulate our identities in the image of popular ideas instead of exhibiting personal desires. Every action, every experience diversifies your existence from the broader whole. Take pride in this and utilize it as a solution to the pitfalls of assimilation. Second, I'd like to speak to the issues with equality present in the Sneetches. The Sneetches concludes with all the Sneetches becoming plain-bellied, and that being a world of equality. I fundamentally disagree with this vision. Equality is the understanding of differences, not the erasure of them. Today, we're on the cusp of a new era, with movements such as Me Too, Black Lives Matter, and we, the class of 2018, are the next generation. As we all work in the era of expanding equality, I hope that we do so with deep appreciation and understanding of what makes us different. Writing this speech, I wanted to get to the essence of life. And in this process, I've realized that life is about engaging with others. And therefore, the most important advice I could convey is one surrounding this tenet. Lincoln's motto is, global, inspired thinkers working for a more just and equitable world. As you all utilize your past 4 years of experience and truly show others what it means to be a Lincoln High School alum, I'd like to leave you with two things. One, life is a collective experience, and in this collective experience, take pride in your identity and understand the broadness of human experience. Two, disparities are not a reason for weakness. Difference is power. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay, and hello again. First of all, I want to thank all the parents, friends, and teachers that came to support us tonight. Without you and your love and support, I'm sure many of us would not be sitting here in front of you. Today marks a celebration of 4 years of hardships, successes, and hard work, and an end of an era. Today, each of us have experienced all the wonderful aspects of high school and are now entering into the next steps of our life. Some of us may be relieved, frightened, excited, or nervous, or maybe a combination of all four, but we are ready. We are ready because we have been learning, experiencing, and preparing for this moment for the last 4 years. We have been taught to read a poem and produce an adequate TSOS essay, solve logarithmic equations, and find a pH level. But I believe some of the most important skills we have learned can't be found in a PowerPoint or in lecture notes, but with the people that surround us today. For the past 4 years, we have been each other's community. We have seen each other over 660 days and shuffled through the same halls together. We have learned to be a part of a community, meet new people, deal with hardships, and bring each other up. Lincoln has been an amazing platform for us to learn how to articulate and speak our minds and become who we are. Each day, we have had some experience that has altered us to be who we are. I am sure many of us have had moments where we thought the world was going to end or there's never going to be a better day than today. These moments and experiences have made us who we are. However, today does not define who you are going to be tomorrow. We get to decide where to next, whether it be your dream school, traveling and making your own adventure, or just taking some time to figure out this crazy world. There are going to be times of happiness, confusion, love, and failure. However, the great Bob Marley once said, "Everything is going to be all right," and he was right. No matter where life takes you, everything will be okay. And over the past few years, we have been given the skills to be the person we want to become and make the world a better place. We get to be the generation of difference. And these past 4 years have given us the skills and strength to be that difference. As a parting word, I want to share a piece of advice I got during one of my first real hardships from a loved one. No matter what choice you make and what follows after, it was the right decision. It doesn't matter if it turns out to be the best or worst decision of your life, it was the right decision for you in that moment. So class of 2018, take chances, make decisions, and be the difference. Thank you for an amazing 4 years.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Vivace, and they will be singing La La Latch.
rest of me is down. You enchant me, even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe, 'cause I know what I have found. Hush, don't speak. When you spit your venom, keep it shut. I hate it when you hiss and preach about your new messiah, but your theories catch fire. I can't find your silver lining. I don't mean to judge, but when you read your speech this time, enough is enough. Covering my ears like a kid. When your words mean nothing, I go la la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak. If my heart can't stop it, I'll find a way to block it out.
I'm so encaptured, got me wrapped up in your touch. Feel so enamored, hold me tight within your clutch. How do you do it? Got me losing every breath. What did you give me to make my heart beat out my chest?
Now I've got you in my space. I won't let go of you. Got you shackled in my embrace. I'm latching onto you. I won't let go. I can't find your silver line. Your enough is enough. Covering my ears like a kid, and I'm latching onto you. La la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak. If my heart can't stop it, I'll find a way to block it. I go la 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 la.
And I'd like to invite David Fuller to come forward and speech.
When I was little, I remember driving in the car with my mom as we passed a large, intimidating-looking building, and she turned to me and said, "Look, that's where you're going to go to high school." And I looked a bit confused because I was like 5 and didn't really understand what high school was, but I was still excited for the endless possibilities of a higher education. That school turned out to be Wilson High School. Evidently, I did not end up going there, and I found my way here to Lincoln instead. Let me just say, it has been my privilege to attend a school where my classmates challenge each other academically and achieve extraordinary amounts of success in both athletics and extracurriculars. As we look forward to the next chapter in our lives, I'd like to offer a little bit of advice, since I'm sure none of you are sick of hearing that yet. As many of you are venturing outside of our little Portland bubble, I hope that you'll take the time to listen to your new peers, especially when their opinions are different than your own. Today, we too often separate ourselves from the other side, and we end up further distanced than when we began. It is up to us now to shape the world and listen to each other, whether we're a Lincoln Cardinal or a Wilson Trojan. I am beyond confident that our class and this generation has what it takes. Thank you, good luck, and go Cards.
This is a bit tall for me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Semeredin Kundin. To start, I'd like to give a quick background about myself. I'm Ethiopian American. By that, I mean I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm ethnically Ethiopian. I moved to Columbus, Ohio as I was going into preschool. I remained in Columbus from preschool to second grade. Even though I was only 5 years old then, I can vividly remember neighbors throwing rocks into my house and shattering the windows. I can still hear them shouting, "Go back to your country." As I grew up, that stuck to me. I just couldn't comprehend what they meant. Go back to my country? But how can I go back when I'm already here? After moving to Portland, I began to notice that I was typically the only African American student in my class, and sometimes grade level. I've experienced my own challenges and struggles, but thanks to my single mother, who has dedicated her life to raising me, has instilled in me the single concept of perseverance. To summarize, I am a Muslim, black, African American male. Also, I am not what many people consider the typical Lincoln student. And yet, here at Lincoln High School, I found my black voice, my voice. This year, I've been fortunate enough to be president of Lincoln High School's robust Black Student Union and Brothers of Color. Each has its own mission statement, but the general focus is to engage in group service and establish a safe environment for essential dialogue and interaction between African Americans and male students of color. Drawing local knowledge from my diverse group creates solutions that are practical and effective. It creates opportunities for discussions and establishes networks between people. From my own experience as a minority, I've come to realize that there are social obstacles that everyone encounters and must overcome in their own way. Despite the stereotypical perception of Lincoln's demographic, I am just the latest example that students of color can and do succeed at Lincoln High School. Thanks to Lincoln High School staff, teachers, and class of 2018, I found the confidence to engage myself in activities that benefit people other than myself, which has undoubtedly shaped me to be the individual I am today. A proud Black, Ethiopian American, and Lincoln High School Cardinal. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Mr. Quintero, Vice Principal. Will our foreign exchange students please come up to the stage area when your name is called? We ask the audience to hold their applause until all names are called. And I'm going to try my best to pronounce them correctly. Luca Bonami from Italy. Giovanni Borges from Brazil. Lara Fritas from Austria. Rahel Freitenmuth from Switzerland. Eduardo Hernandez, Spain. Rian M. Simones from France. Brazil, sorry. Eugene Rissard from France. Elena Tonelli from Italy. Andu Swartenberg from Netherlands, and Emma Colombo from Italy. These students have traveled far from home in order to experience what it's like to live in the United States and attend an American high school. They have lived with our host families for the year and will be returning to their home countries very soon. We thank these students for their time with us and wish them well.
So brave to travel to the United States for a whole school year while you're in high school. Good evening, my name is Ginger Taylor, and I am one of the Lincoln High School vice principals, and I am going to present a number of awards that we save just for graduation. Many of our awards were given at our senior assembly last week, but we save a handful for tonight. So you may have noticed that many of our students are wearing various colored honor cords and stoles. Each cord and stole has a special recognition and meaning. Many represent a variety of student-run clubs and organizations. The list of these various cords and stoles with descriptions can be found on the back of your program. Students, as your organization is called, will you please stand and be recognized and remain standing? We do ask the audience to hold the applause until all the organizations are named because there's quite a list. Students that have earned International Baccalaureate Diploma, please stand. National Honor Society, please stand. Spanish Immersion, please stand. Career Technical Education, also known as CTE, our Black Student Union, our Polish Student Union, students who are represented through MECHA, World Language Honors, Leadership, Music Honors, Speech and Debate, Athletics, Lavender Graduation or GSA, Mock Trial, Students Active for Ending Rape, also known as SAFER, our International Student Center, Future Student Leaders of America. I know there are many other organizations being represented by honor cords and stoles this year. If I have missed anyone, I invite those students to stand as well. And again, we want to say great job to all of you. All right, thank you. In addition to the honor cords and stoles just celebrated, Lincoln High School is proud to also offer the International Baccalaureate Program, also referred to as IB, a comprehensive course of study with world-class academic standards that has helped to shape our students into internationally minded global citizens. While studying at Lincoln High School, students may choose to take one IB course or to complete all the requirements for the full IB diploma. This year, we celebrate 77 full IB diploma graduates. Will our 2018 IB diploma candidates please stand? Congratulations to you all. I would like to take a moment to recognize several of our graduates who have been named for outstanding work with our Fine Arts Department. Our other department awards were recognized at our senior assembly, and somehow we missed our Fine Arts students. And we've had several performances already tonight. So as your names are called, students, would you please stand? And again, audience, if you could just hold your applaud until all students are named. For outstanding performance with our drama department, we have Michael Walsh and Lydia Fecker. Outstanding performance with our orchestra, we have Francine Mace and Chloe Needler. Outstanding performance with our jazz ensemble, we have Torg Nolette and Alex Belding. Outstanding performance with our wind ensemble, we have Olivia Myers and Josh Snitsky. And then outstanding performance with our choir, we have Leah Berrien and Mercedes Hallman. Lincoln High School loves the arts, and we congratulate these students. The class of 2018 contains numerous award-winning students. Most of these awards and scholarships were presented at earlier ceremonies. Tonight, we would like to present 5 more. It's been a real challenge keeping these a secret until tonight. Students, as your name is called, please stand to be recognized for your award. First is the T.T. Davis Honor Scholarship. This award was established by the will of Minnie Davis Forsyth, widow of Thompson Davis. Mr. Davis was an eminent scholar and principal of Lincoln High School from 1897 to 1923. It was during his administration that the school took its present name and moved to what is now known as Portland State University. The sole criterion of this award is scholarship. This is Lincoln's top academic prize. While the monetary reward is slight, the honor is great. This year's recipient is Elaine Yang. Would you please stand? Just stay there. Congratulations, Elaine. Next, we have the Ruth Arbuckle Cup. This award was established in 1970 by the Lincoln PTA to honor the retirement of Ruth Arbuckle. Miss Arbuckle was a graduate of Lincoln in 1921, and she returned to her alma mater and served as an English teacher and counselor for 34 years. Miss Arbuckle earned national prominence as Lincoln's first college coordinator and is regarded by longtime alums as one of our school's most revered staff members. The criteria for this award, as written by Miss Arbuckle, is simple: a sustained academic interest, a thoughtful concern for others, and a warm regard for Lincoln High School. This year's recipient is, I have to say this right, Jamie Begalis. Would you please stand? Where is Jamie? Thank you, Jamie. The Susan Pettit Dragon Spirit Award is established in memory of Susan Pettit, a parent volunteer and an ardent supporter of Lincoln High School. Her affinity for Asian dragons gave inspiration in designing this award. These dragons are larger than life and tend to be magnetic and decisive, but brutally frank. They often devote themselves to idealistic pursuits. Dragons strive for perfection in themselves and expect it from others, but most have a soft, sentimental underbelly. The dragon symbolizes action, energy, and movement. This year's recipient is Libby Lazara. Good job, Livy. This next award is the Millennium Scholarship. First created by the class of 2000 at the urging of their class advisor, David Bailey. Each year, the senior class donates a portion of their money to this scholarship, thus keeping it a perpetual award. The criteria established for this scholarship include the following. The student places the school before himself or herself. The student is willing to take on any assignment, no matter the job. The student is utterly trustworthy in the accomplishment of any task and has demonstrated unselfish service to the school. Unquestionably, hard work and determination are hallmarks of this individual. This year, we're pleased to award the scholarship to Semeredin Kundin. I love the look of surprise. Again, I want to say congratulations to our award winners tonight. And at this time, I would like to invite Mr. Doug Siegel up to present our last award.
Good evening. The last award of the night is the Bertha Hunter Foreign Language Scholarship Award. Bertha Hunter was the Latin instructor and girls counselor for the Lincoln class of 1952. She was a teacher at Lincoln for 29 years, from 1923 to 1952. Ms. Hunter upheld very classical traditions. She encouraged her students to study hard and focus on the subject matter. She also stressed the importance of being punctual. She was very talented in her ability to motivate students and increase their self-confidence. Ms. Hunter helped students to see the value in being lifelong learners. The criteria for this scholarship are global citizenship, passion for learning foreign languages, and community service. And this year's recipient is Parmis Taragi. Congratulations.
Again, great job to our award winners tonight. Congratulations to all of you. We're getting close. So now I'm going to invite Bella Johnson back to the podium, our senior class president.
Hi again. I would like to introduce to Principal Chapman. I now present our graduating class. These students have successfully completed the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Oregon and Portland Public Schools. Will row B please stand and come receive your diplomas?
Michael Aubie.
Benjamin R. Abariki.
Nasra Abdi.
Isabella Johnson.
Anika Almada.
Kenyatta Adams.
Bergen Alterhofen.
Isaac Alstrin.
Aiden Anastas.
Karina Louise Amsden.
Thomas Anderson.
Olivia Anderson.
John Anderson.
Josiah S. Anderson.
Solik Askinos.
Griffin C. Anderton.
Benjamin Baker.
Dylan Armstrong.
Amy Ban.
Stella Gadsby Augustine.
Elsa Batten.
Isaac Christian Baker.
Emma Baldrexel.
Macy M. Bartel.
Alexander Belding.
Nicholas Batty.
Whoa. Okay. Go to the end. Henry Bennett Haynes.
Lara Maria Bauer.
Ezra Berg.
Anya B. Bennett.
Alex Blair.
Zoe Bennett Haynes.
Sebastian Bach.
James Subin Baikalis.
Nathaniel Pascal Bradley.
Anton Villa Block.
Alexa Brinker.
Zoe Bonnickson.
Hey, you got it. Elise Brunk. Hey, you gotta get an order, so you're gonna have to go a few.
Savannah Maria Bauerfeind.
You have to keep going. You have to keep going.
Matthew T. Brayton. Logan Lee Bruckner.
One more.
Morgan Burdick.
Leah Burian.
Derek Wilder Busser.
Rashid Alexander Butler.
Micah H. Cabot.
Isaac Cannon.
Hope Ann Castro.
Cassidy Chenoweth.
Ethan Sean Childs.
Garrett Chin.
Angela Chow.
Simon Chow.
Sawyer J. Christopher.
Ava Ciccarello.
Eli M. Corey III.
Jonathan Cordisco.
Andrew Crawford.
Samuel B. Craig.
Seth Cunningham.
Maxwell Creever.
Connor Davis.
Mia Michelle Dalton.
Clara Jean-Marine de Brun-Sittler.
Arno Dazimar.
Annie DeVoe.
Jonah Dennis.
Amelia Reeves Diana.
Conrad Denza.
Julia Lee Dodson.
Johanna Donley.
Laurel R. Douthit.
William Francis Duffy.
Matthew Richard Easton.
Sky Ann Edwards.
Jane H. Elsasser.
Bradley James William Emmons.
Aman Isaac Enayati.
Diane Erickson.
Lucas Grant Farnand.
Sarah Faldetta.
Sebastian Fell.
Lydia Renee Fecker.
Maya Camila Fiallos.
Macy Jane Farron Jones.
Christian J. Finn.
Anne Marie Field.
Michael A. Forbes.
Marina Footen. Hold on, we're out of order. Hey.
Anthea Fraser.
Hey, stop. Michaela Forbes. Michaela Forbes. David Fuller.
Alejandra Gaitan.
Quentin Galish.
Ireland Cushelle Gill.
Elise Rosa Gelman.
Noah Glassman.
Michael Gill.
Noah Gordon.
Drew Gorton. Alexander Gore.
Max Gorlick.
Christina Meyer Grossi.
Mercedes Calla Hallman.
Bowen Hampton.
Kai Hanstein Izora.
Hope Hanslick.
Rowdy Harrelson.
Jad Hariri.
Reed Hazard.
Tucker Hockey.
Greta M. Hennessy. Brigida Marie Higgins.
Barrett Ekstrom Hines Morris.
Sarah Patricia Hindlin.
Alexis Hendrickson. Catherine Hinnon.
Isaac J. Hoffman.
Carrie Horton.
Duncan W. Howell.
Harley Heward.
Nicole M. Hudson.
Jack Hughes.
Natalia Jahangiri.
Landon Jantz.
Jacob J. Jedinak.
Ella Jeffries.
Luca M. E. Jenkins Law.
Anya Jessen.
Janine Johnson.
Madeline May Johnson.
Nolan Thomas Johnson.
Anna Ming Jacqueline Jones.
Ethan James Newkirk Jones.
Zachary Carey Jones Newray.
Sophie Jorgensen.
Natalie Josephine Jublin.
Isabel D. Calistians.
Sarah Gonzaki.
Leah Maya Kapoor.
Layla Karut.
Now Kawai.
Amelia Anjali Kawasaki.
Nicholas Sanders Hoffman.
Noah William Kelly.
Halo Kello.
Mason W. Kelly.
Hannah M. Kennedy.
Liliana Kennedy.
Madeline E. Kennedy.
Thank you, Barrett. Go to the X. Barrett Kent.
Preston Kill.
Go there. Jackson Keene.
Matthew D. Kirkland.
Go to the X. Brian Kirkland.
Emily M. Klein.
Isabel Dahlman Krishner. What's your name? I want to say Sarah Klein, because that's what I said.
Chloe Needler.
Sarah Klein.
Lucas P. Kerner.
Jared Kunofchinsky.
Doreen Kristen.
Ellie Rose Kobach.
Eleanor Cruz.
Sophia Kolacheva.
Anya Kunis.
Jackson Tucker Krisky.
Semeredin R. Kundin.
Miranda Ray Crump.
Aaron N. Leach.
Lucas Kubeya.
Annika Love Lampert.
Jasper Keitert.
Hawkins J. M. Lape.
Philip Kivach.
Eloane Le Breton.
Stephanie Lair. Andy Leibovich. Andres Leibovich. Andres Leibovich.
Natalia Leon.
Maylee Langstaff.
Griffin Lewis.
Tristan Lay.
Tucker Litch.
Holden T. Lee.
Coltrane Christian Sauve Liu.
Anthea Lang.
Sunray Liu.
Maya Lerma.
Trenton Luch.
Hey, Christy Lynn.
Francine E. Mace.
Gabrielle Jones Litchfield.
David V. Mallory.
Olivia Leuberner.
Igor Maravillas de Campos Macedo.
Noah Prince Lovegren.
Gabrielle A. Marshak.
Nolan J. Ludiker.
Neiman E. Matthew.
Paige Marie Lutz.
Gabriella Rose Mazziati.
Madeline Ann Mace.
Emma M. McGrain.
Rachel Maloney.
Isabella J. McKee.
Kate Crystal Marcus.
Nelijah McKibben Denson.
Megan Rose Mastroelli.
Oliveros Mena Rangel.
Joseph Arthur McCartan.
Noelani Mesaga Ruiz.
Blake McElroy.
Asa B. Miller.
Adam McEnroy Edwards.
Zane J.R. Mills.
Hunter Clay McCursher Davis.
Mani Modasham.
Ruby Claire McShane.
Dorothy J. Montgomery Gardis.
Isabella Meneses.
Sky Morris.
Dahlia Zamira Meyer.
Reed William Mashofsky.
Tiana Miller.
Sara Mutaleb.
Jack Mins.
Daniel I. Nash.
Ariana Anushirvani.
Andy Wen.
Ellie Marie Moreland.
Torgny Mark Nolette.
Kieran Morrissey.
Trinity J. Norris.
Tristan Murison.
Henry Nam O'Hearn.
Olivia Ray Myers.
Joseph C. Ocon.
Ruby Nelson.
Spencer Thomas Page.
Catherine Grace Nichols.
Charles Allen Paul.
Job Nolet.
Julia Suzanne Patridge.
Fiona Stell Norton.
Anna Valeria Peralta.
Curran Aqua.
Christopher Pham.
Anders Olsen.
Blake Phillips.
Ben Paul.
Maria Valeria Pozos Baez.
Caitlin Elizabeth Pasco.
Noah B. Prince.
Kiyomi Pavlok.
Lena Martin Rack.
Addison Phillips.
Isabella Jane Ray.
Jack Plew.
Kevin James Riley.
Luz Milan Preciado Solis.
Megan Marie Richardson.
Guido Rar.
Cecilia Jane Roberts.
Finnegan Ramos O'Neill.
Trinity M. Rocha.
Noah Raceman.
Asher Cade Roster.
Roland Whitney Richards II.
Stephen J. Russell.
Jolie Everett Riffel.
Bennett Sacker.
Peyton Roberts.
Pocholo V. Saldana.
Jake C. Rossiter.
Liam Salzman.
Anna Brooks Ruminer.
Aiden Sarah Reynolds.
Kelly Chung Ryu.
Rasmus C. Shamel.
Jonah Benjamin Sachs.
Sadie Schreider.
Aitana Christine Sandino.
Skylar R. Scribner.
Alexander Ross Sattler.
Eve Selby.
Jake D. Schlechter.
Tomas E. Sen.
Ann Schuler.
Andrew Setter.
Madeline Claire Barefoot Sakara.
J. Krishna Shrabu.
Edward James Senecal.
Bennett C. Shoemaker.
Gabriel James Servo.
Sophia Grace Scoro.
Michael Jinsong Song.
Bryce Parker Sloan.
Eli Shai.
Garrett L. Smith.
Esri Elizabeth Sherman.
Joshua R. Snisky.
Sierra Schurtz.
Raul Fernando Solis.
Ailish Lauren Skinner.
Nicolas Thomas Steves.
William Smith.
Olivia Steepleton.
Hoyong Song.
Catherine N. Swigert.
Josh Robert Sprecher.
Ella Sinak.
Ethan David Stahl.
Yes, Stahl!
Gabrielle Talbert.
Jenna Marie Stein.
Ryan Trelstad.
Ava Sweet.
Min Chuang.
William Swindell.
Christina M. Valor.
Camilla Zabo.
Christina Leanne Vergas.
Parmis Toragi.
Ryan Mitchell Walker.
Rose Templeman.
Michael S. Walsh.
Olive Trump.
Alexander B. Wong.
Griffin Ernest.
Samantha L. Webb.
Leah Beverly Voigt.
Yolian Weiner.
Wilson Walker.
Portia Wilder.
Luke Andreas Walton.
Emma Williams.
Lucas A. Weinbach.
Sophia Wilson.
Jacob Alexander Werbner.
Maxwell John Winthrop.
Lauren Beatrice Wilk.
Cedric Nicholas Wong.
Kiaka Wilson.
Peary Wright.
Laura Catherine West Wineland.
Elaine Y. Yang.
Abigail Wolf.
Mia Claire Yurton.
Elizabeth Wood.
Gali Zaharchuk Williams.
Catherine Shu.
Odelia Zuckerman.
Armand Jazani. Michaela Euthys. Timothy Zimmer.
Lastly, I would like to announce this year we're celebrating 16 students who have maintained a 4.0 unweighted GPA during the 4 years of high school at Lincoln. They share the distinction of being named Lincoln High School's valedictorians. Valedictorians Will you now come to the stage for your diplomas? Just go behind the curtains.
Katerina Abrams. Anastasia Beller. Ella Webb Berry. Tessa Cannon. Alexia Susan Ero. Grace Hardy. Piper Charlene Kazire.
Jackson N. Wright.
Emily Dorothy Connor.
Claire Elizabeth Winthrop.
Mary Lozara. Kayla Lee. Ethan Selinsky. Clara Schwab. Natalie Swope.
Catherine Jane Weeks.
Congratulations to our seniors, class of 2018. At this time, I'm going to ask if the faculty would stand and exit the seating area and form our traditional celebration line for the seniors once they exit. And I would like to invite Ellie Kobach to join Bella Johnson up here on stage. Where is she? Oh, there she
is. Graduates, I invite you to please stand at your seat for the changing of your tassels. I'll say it, then we'll do it at the same time. Okay. You may now switch your tassel to the left side.
Audience, I am proud to officially introduce to you the 2018 graduating class of Lincoln High School.